Good afternoon, everyone. I think we'll just go ahead and get started because we have a great deal to cover in just 3 short hours today. The speakers are sitting in the audience so they can actually see each other's slides. I'm Marjorie Hlava. I'm President of Access Innovations, and I am a first-time attendee at SSP. I think we have great thanks owed to Marion Hollingsworth, who is at the board meeting, and Helen Atkins, who's here. Oh, Marion is still here. Helen, wave your hand too. Who actually put together this session and pulled together a very impressive list of speakers. What we're going to talk about today is give you an update, so fairly brief and fast-paced talks on emerging standards, guidelines, and recommendations of particular interest to publishers. We're going to follow the order that sometime in the past was given to us, because it seems to have appeared in several ways. So I wanted to tell you that we're going to have Evan Owens from the American Institute, or from AIP Publishing LLC. It's a fairly new name, and new organization, is going to talk to us about JATS. Then Jason Price is going to talk to us about KBART and DDA. Then Miriam Kessler is going to talk about RDA. Then we're going to have a break, and the break will be 15 minutes long. And then Bill Kasdorf will leave off right after the break and talk to us about EPUB 3. Then Greg Tanenbaum will talk to us about OA metadata and indicators. And wrapping up the show will be Rachel Hugh from California Digital Library talking to us about supplemental materials. We'll take a few questions, if there's time, after each talk. I wanted to briefly give you an idea of who the speakers are. Evan Owens has a lengthy biography, but most recently he's been working with the American Institute of Publishers' new publishing platform. He serves on the NISO board, Crossref, and before his AIP, he was working at University of Chicago Press and at Ithaca JSTOR Portico, where he led the implementation and design team. So he has an impressive background. He knows of what he speaks when he talks to us about this XML. Jason Price at Claremont Colleges is the interim director there, and he's been working in electronic resources and their application for many years. He says he's a practice dabbler, but I think that probably sells him a little short for what he really does. He is a well-known speaker and has been publishing and speaking about these issues for a great many years. Miriam Kessler is at Springer, where she's a metadata manager. She has been working with Springer and in information retrieval for more than 10 years and worked at the German Research Center for Artificial Intelligence before joining them. So she also has a very solid background in metadata. Bill Kasdorf, I thought about putting in 12-point type. He has been a president of the Society for Scholarly Publishers and won their distinguished service award. And he's led services, gives webinars. He's a very practiced speaker. And he has been on, I know from personal experience, the bleeding edge of many of these implementations on the vendor side. Greg Tanenbaum is with Scholar Next Consulting. He's been there and working with people for over 15 years. We've bumped into each other in miscellaneous activities over the years, but he is well known for his director of product marketing at EndNote. He writes a regular column in Against the Grain, so he's known to the Charleston folks, and I think you'll find what he has to say quite enlightening. And then wrapping up the show, we have Rachel Hugh from the California Digital Library. There she's working in user design, and she's going to talk to us about implementation of the supplemental materials, which all of you know is fairly cutting edge, and as part of the online archive and other California Digital Library activities, she has good experience in those areas. So I think that takes us to where we're going next, and the first talk is by Evan Owens. And Evan, if you want to just come on up, you have the floor.